Quick question, gents. Has 2020 been a good year or a bad year for you? Well, if you're listening to the media, or it seems like the vast majority of people out there, it seems like all of them can agree that 2020 was a year they would rather have skipped. It was a year that sucked big time. Me? I'm going to take an unpopular opinion, and I'm going to say that 2020 has been a gift. Seriously, I wouldn't change anything. And I'm thankful for the year that we just had. And I'm not saying this because I had a great year. In fact, it's complete opposite. This year, we're down 35% on sales compared to last year. In addition, I lost $50,000 because a certain project didn't work out. I'm also behind on 2 projects, the deadlines, and they're going to now go into 2021. Personally, I was hit with a whole lot of bills and expenses I didn't see coming. Newer vehicle, transmission went out, didn't expect that. All of a sudden, $7,000 for something I thought should have been covered under warranty. Oh, they're putting in a new road. Upset my wife because they tore up the trees. That's fine. But you know what? Then they actually tore up the driveway and they said, you got to get a new sewer. Oh, and you got to get a new driveway. And that's on you. Boom. $15,000 bill I didn't see coming. And let's talk about health. This year, I lost my grandmother. I lost an aunt. I had numerous people in my family get seriously sick with that illness going around. Now, despite all this, I am thankful for this year because it is the pain. It's the reminder that nothing is permanent that has really sunk into me this year. Because I'm just going to be honest, for the last few years, I feel I've been coasting, doing really well, having, my websites get great traffic, have my YouTube channel get great traffic, money's coming in from various sources. And all of a sudden this year, we got hit by a Google update. Our traffic, fell in half. All of a sudden, the revenue from that website fell in half. Actually, it went down to 1/3 because we also had a number of sponsors who just simply pulled out. Everyone got scared whenever COVID first hit. So all of a sudden, I'm put in this very difficult position. And looking back, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to me this year. Why? Because it's a reminder that everything changes. So you ever heard of Suzuki Roshi? That's what he summarized Buddhism in those 2 words. Everything changes. And in fact, you go back to the Greek philosophers, Heraclitus. He said, no sane man can walk through the same river twice. And what he meant by that is not only has the river changed when you go back to re-walk through it, but also you have changed as an individual. The point I'm trying to get at here, gents, is that impermanence is the nature of life. Everything grows, everything lives, and everything dies. When you're at the top, you will eventually fall. When you're at the bottom, you will eventually rise. And it's our attachment to being the best, to being at the top, to having everything going our way, which makes it so painful when things are not. But when you realize and you can let go of that attachment, you realize things go in circles, things go in cycles, and that no matter how hard you try, eventually you're going to fall. But the great part about this is that you also have the opportunity to rise back up again. And it's that dynamic changing. It's understanding that nothing stays the same ever. And that right there, gentlemen, I know for me has given me peace and has really made it a lot more easier to understand what's going on in the world. So all this change, all this adversity, all this pain, all these obstacles that we're going through this year, gentlemen, take it as a gift. Understand that this is how life wakes you up. This is how life prepares you for what is to come. This is what makes you stronger. When you go to the gym and you start lifting weights, what happens to your hands? You get calluses. And those calluses initially are a little bit painful. They're sore, but those calluses then give you the ability later on to lift heavier weights because your body is conditioned to it. For many of us, gents, these trials are going to be our greatest gift. They are going to help us define who we are. You think of Hercules, the glory of Hera. He was named after Hera because his mother wanted to protect him from Hera, who wanted to kill him and actually sent snakes when he was a baby. And what did Hercules do? He strangled the snakes. He went on to go through the labors and actually do all 12 of those labors. And that's how Hercules defined himself. And what we remember Hercules was strong, but what we really remember is what he was able to do with that strength. And within each of us, there is great strength. There's perseverance. There's the ability to get through a lot more than we know we are capable of. And so that's why this year has been so great for so many of us, because we're going to look back and we're going to say, you know what? I made it through that. I can push through 2021, 2022. I will be able to accomplish so much more going forward. Now, some of you guys know this year I had challenge coins made. This is the second set. Let me go ahead and read the quote on the back of this coin. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Now, gents, I've got quite a few of these coins I want to give away. What I'm asking you to do is to like this video, pass it on to another man who can use the video, and then let me know down in the comments why this year has been a gift to you. I want you to look at the glass, and instead of looking at it half empty, look at it half full, and look at how you can achieve greatness going into 2021 based off of the suffering, the trial, the tribulations that you went through this year. Now, if you want to keep this private, totally understand, but I'd ask that you still send me an email. I'm putting a contact form down in the description, but what I'd really appreciate is down in the comments, you inspire other men with your story. So what video to watch next? How about this one? Leadership in a time of chaos. Didn't get a lot of views, but I think it's one of my better videos talking about how you can become the man you know yourself to be and to lead your family, your congregation, wherever it is you find yourself, how to show others, how to help them get through these tough times. Check it out, guys. It's a great video.